Good evening, darlings. So I received an anonymous request saying that we've heard your opinions on Gimli, but what are your opinions on Aragorn? So this is quite an interesting question, darlings. I will admit I've met him only once, and it was many, many years ago when he came to sort of on a quest to find that awful little villain who had managed actually to escape our dungeons. But I don't need to dwell on that. It's not like we have that happen very often or anything. Our dungeons are usually quite sturdy and keep things in. Um, but he seemed like a good enough fellow, you know. He seemed very earnest, and I hear that he's a very good king, and we all know that Gondor needs a good king after some of the previous sort of rulers they've had, and so I'm very glad to hear that he's turning out so well. I may or may not have made fun of Elrond for his future son-in-law, but I suppose karma has a way of paying us all back, doesn't it, darlings? Because I thought it was bad enough to have a human who had a little bit of elf blood, but was still a human nonetheless, and now I have a dwarf the line of Durin, which seems like a cosmic joke on someone's part, but that's besides the point. This is about Aragorn, not about Gimli or my son. Um, I've heard of many of his great accomplishments during the battle for the ring, and so I have nothing but the utmost respect for him, and I'm sure he's going to be quite a good king, and he has a very good queen at his side. I've watched Arwen, not much because of course, we don't do much visiting between our kingdoms, but I've watched her grow up into quite a beautiful and intelligent young woman, and I think she will be of great service to him. I think she'll be very fair as a queen, and perhaps keep him a little more on task, which I think, any king needs in their life. So yes, I don't have much more to say about it than that. He has royal lineage, and he just seems like quite a good fellow and a good survivalist. It's a shame that he doesn't bathe a little more often, but perhaps being a king will change that. I've heard, well, I've even seen certain human men in my life get a little bit better about their hygiene after they've taken such a high office. So I do have hope for him, and good luck, Arwen, darling. I hope you're getting him to wash a little bit more. So have a good evening, darlings. Ta-ta.